might have a chance. Got some decoys coming out. I want to see where they use those. Chucking them towards site. Maybe make Team Howl think that they're over there. Because all 4 Team Rush players are working their way through the playground. Slowly expecting a fountain push. Nobody's pushed up. But we do see Loki sitting in bathrooms. And some quick rotates coming out of Team Howl. So I'm assuming that Team Howl saw that there was no contention over on the B bomb site, but we do see a nade that takes John down a good chunk. Spzrta running back towards bathrooms to cover. Xelerando's got that long cross, and Spzrta actually gets tagged down to 8 HP. Xelerando getting the first frag, Trojan answering right back, Xelerando getting a second one, leaving Loki in a 1v2, trying to drop his head down, but he's the one who gets the COVID haircut, with Cheese taking him out and getting that extra $300 on the bomb plant. Team Rush coming out a lot better on Overpass, and I really like to see that. I like to see the way that they felt more decisive in that first round. Cheese on the Nova again. I hope he goes towards connector with that. And similar type of initial nade. Cheeks launching it over top Econ, and the Team Rush actually grouping their way up towards Monster. 2 players on AKs, 1 with a Galil. Team Howl forced back onto this. So they know Tav is sitting back. I think that was a missed flash, and Price just takes him out anyways. Flash coming out onto Monster slows Team Rush right down. Price getting tagged down a little bit by a Deeg from Heaven. Spzrta is trying to do a little bit of that damage. Rotating back over, expecting these actually. And another player, Gorclo, getting taken down 10, whereas Cheese gets dropped 40. Gorclo actually takes Cheese out. Price getting a second frag onto Xelerando. Second frag of the round onto Xelerando. Down to 30 HP, really, really low. Spzrta doing some work with that Deeg as well, picking up one of those AKs. No, he can't let that go. Loki taking out Cheeks. Rush do have bomb down on the B bomb site, but they don't really have the equipment. You don't need it though. Price taking out Gorclo, and Spzrta answering right back, leaving Trojan versus Spzrta. Spzrta really low, and ooh, nasty 1D coming out of Spzrta, ending that round with a 3K. That's tough for Trojan. I know what he wanted to do. He wanted to get aggressive. But Spzrta just takes him out. Really clean Deegs coming out of Team Howl that round. Dangerous, and I think that's the reason why they bought up. They have some confidence in it. Gorclo with a scout. I don't know if I've ever seen him with a scout. I want to see what he can do with it. We have a light buy coming out of Team Rush here. Slowly making their way up towards Fountain. Nades coming out from Loki, not doing any damage. Expecting them still to be back. John, I don't know where he's watching, but Price takes the trade onto Loki, and Spzrta actually takes out Trojan, rotating his way back up to short A. We have Price down to 10 HP. And this doesn't look good for Rush. Not too sure, yeah, where John was looking, and it's okay. Spzrta getting a second frag onto Price, holding from the short, just wide in the open. A third onto Cheese, going for that Deeg shot back onto Cheeks. Cheeks left in a 1v4 with the MP5. Bomb on his back. All of Team Howl just rotating back to try to get the control. Cheeks goes for the peek onto Team Howl, where with Gorclo and Spzrta just holding, trying to get a frag onto Tav. Could not connect anything, and they're just collapsing on him. Another pause. I'm assuming it's coming out of Rush as well. Tech issues again. Alright. Throw on some music, we'll hang out. There's some tech issues, probably Cheeks, his computer is acting up before. Be back when this is back. In the meantime, listen to some Time Cop 1983. Oh, John lagged out. Alright, hopefully we're back soon. Right, and we're back. Very quick pause here. It looks like that, I'm not too sure what the tech issue was, but that's okay. The fact that we're back, and both teams have kind of odd buys, but you do best with what you got. And what Team Rush has is a long road ahead because they just came off a tough loss. But it looks like they're answering back pretty quick. Tav getting the first frag, but Trojan and Price answering really quickly. Gorclo with that scout getting tagged down to 20 HP. Price just up in his face. Second frag with that Mac 10. Price has just been a monster with it. Tav answering and getting a nice double kill into John, leaving Trojan and Cheese against Tav. Trojan is down to 11 HP and Tav's down to 42. If Cheese does get this shot off onto him, which he doesn't, Trojan tries to spam and at least get a tag, but he's the one with low HP. Trojan cleans it up. Angry that Spzrta degged him in the 1v1, so he's redeeming himself. And he's up for a fight. He's at the top of the scoreboard. 114 ADR. No, it's 5th round only. We got Spzrta 166 and Price 142. So we have a couple of those players doing mad work on here. But will it be consistent through the whole game? Cheese back on the op like normal. Going for that fountain pick. Nobody's there. Team Howl playing this round very, very passive. Big short presence, probably because of those short range weapons. Spzrta pushing right through Monster. Price with the aim reset, able to get that frag. Tav and Gorclo, the only two back at A. Loki's in a dangerous spot, kind of one and done, but if he takes out Trojan with that dig, which he does, it's dangerous because he could pick it up, but Price takes him out instead, leaving Team Howl on the back foot. 3 players left. Tav the only one on the A site while getting collapsed on by John and Cheese. Xelerando taking out Price. John does take out Tav. That gives them the A site, but Bomb is actually back B. So that's really unfortunate that Cheeks is all the way back there. Team Rush should have been up there, and it looks like Gorclo's making his way through Connector. So if he's too far to hear Cheeks from Connector, but it gives Team Howl a lot of time to rotate up. And I don't know why Bomb was all the way back there. They just kind of got a plan. Cheese with a dirty jumping op shot. Well, actually not a jumping op shot. He just yeets himself over the stairs and flicks his way onto Xelerando. But Gorclo left in a 1v3, and John, with apparent connectivity issues, doesn't have any issue connecting with Gorclo's body. Cheese vac banned. HLTV confirmed. Xelerando and Cheese both vac banned in these games. A nice set smoke coming out of Price. Don't know where it goes, but I'm assuming it's gonna make its way over towards barrels. Loki goes for a very wide swing onto Playground, but Cheese punishes that aggression. Tav punishes Cheese right back. Spzrta grabbing that up is really dangerous to lose that. Spzrta running all the way back. John going for that repeak. Kind of hoping he'd be able to peek and trade immediately back, but I guess you don't want to give another gun away. Spzrta actually getting the second shot. First one missed, going for a third, but it doesn't connect. Trojan making his way through bathrooms, trying to group up with Price towards long A. And bomb is still back. Way back away from sight. I'm not too sure what... I'm sorry, Sonic. Shouldn't have lied. I'm not too sure what Rush is doing. I'm not... Like, they're playing very, very slow, and... I see what they kind of want to do, but bomb has just been in the back the entire time. And, a little confused, but now it looks like they are committing to the B bomb site. Xelerando is the only one in B. We're going to see some rotates coming out. Tav and Gorclo making their way through, and finally Spzrta from behind. Bomb going down. Trojan getting taken out after bomb drops. Price taking out Xelerando, leaving him in a 1v3 versus 1 off and 2 pistols. First frag onto Gorclo, the second on the Tav, spamming onto Spzrta. They can't finish it off. Tried to get that first frag onto Tav coming out of pit, but he couldn't connect. If he could have, that would have been an insane clip. Nice try. Team Howl takes 6th round Overpass game. Cheese back on the op again. A very minimal utility out of Team Rush, but a lot of B presence again. Cheeks making his way up through the short. Xelerando is pushed up CT side short. Jump spots coming out of Gorclo, and gonna be a connection soon. Cheeks expecting somebody's close, and he takes out Xelerando. Xelerando gets punished, and nobody can answer that back. Nobody's with him. Gorclo's the only one in sight right now, and we're gonna see Spzrta from heaven with that op, getting smoked out, going for some spams. Gorclo pushing through the smoke, getting a single frag on a Price. John answering right back. 4 players on Rush, 2 are lit up. Team Howl has a retake on their hands. Ollie's coming out towards Graffiti. Loki pushing right in, really aggressive in the pit. Walking his way up now. Cheese connecting onto Loki. And Cheeks getting a frag on a Tav, leaving Spzrta in a 1v4. Now a 1v3. Has the op, doesn't have time to defuse. Goes for the spam. Getting spammed himself. And, goes to the only spot he'd be able to save safely. Trojan escapes that. So does Spzrta. So he's able to keep that up, but the rest of his team can't really buy. Neither... no. None of the CT really buy, but Spzrta does keep that up. Team Rush does have a pretty good buy, but that's kind of all their money, so... Spzrta really aggressive fountain push here, going for the info, misses a shot onto Cheeks, who is just running his way to playground. Both Spzrta and Tav are pushed up short with supporting Loki at long. Loki is sitting in the corner, probably just waiting. A lot of B presence coming out of Rush as well. Looks like they're falling back, though. They're falling back all the way through spawn, and they're gonna go meet up with their buddies at party. Cheese already walking his way up through party. Loki switches his position, sitting on the left side at long, and Tav is immediately left out of bathrooms. Pretty common spot, but want to see if he can at least get 1 or 2 eggs here. Ooh. I like the try, but he could have had a little bit more trigger discipline. Loki lets John run by, gets 2 frags, and that's what trigger discipline can do for you. But Cheeks and Trojans answer back. Ooh, really nice wallbang coming out of Spzrta. Xelerando cleaning right up. A nice spam through dice. Really like to see them utilizing stuff like that, trying to deny that plant, and Team Howl evens it back 4-4. Much closer game, at least in the beginning, here on Overpass. Blocks all the way. Spzrta trying to get a tag onto Team Rush, who's just rushing up towards Fountain. It's just Cheese now, sitting up there with a Glock. It's a dink onto Loki, but Loki has an M4 and takes him out. Team Rushers sitting towards T stairs, expecting the aggression coming out of Team Howl, but they don't aggress at all. We have 2 players sitting towards short, 1 towards long. A nice little split, a jump peek. I'm assuming, yep, that's Gorclo over towards Graffiti, just to make sure that they're not coming out short. So the setup from Team Howl is very, very robust. But now we see a rotate coming out. Spzrta making his way back down into B, now back up into Dumpster. He's just in and around that rotate spot. He's Heaven holding, and we just have Team Rush expecting Team Howl to push, but they're not. They're not giving them what they want. 30 seconds left in the round. They need to do something. They need to start pushing up and making their way towards somewhere. It's just going to be a full rush into sight. Ah, there we go. We got a rattlesnake on our hands. Glocks all the way. Nice little Glock train coming up short. Going for the swing onto Tab. Tab getting a nice double kill. Finally getting taken out by John. 10 seconds left. Bomb's not even on site. Finally is. There's a molly there. John gets taken down. No time to plant. Trojan grabs the op and gets taken out by Gorclo. Really messy play on Team Rush. They took way too long. They should have, if they wanted to do that, they could have done it like 45 seconds. I mean, maybe they used it as a throwaway round for a strat if they didn't want to use a timeout. But that's the only reason I would think that they would use that round. At least delay it that long. Got smokes coming out for B site. Cheese just running his way. He's got his sneakers on, making his way up too short. Getting 2 shots on a Gorclo. Gorclo taking a Xelerando with a nade while he's blind. Very unfortunate. Cheese still not being punished for the raw aggression. Molly's coming out onto the B bomb site. One of them gets extinguished in the smoke. Bomb is down. Trojan getting taken out by Tav, and there is a retake coming in from Howl. Spzrta with a little bit of damage taken. Price taking out Loki, leaving Tav and Spzrta to bring this back. Now just Spzrta. Cheeks getting a very nice headshot. Spzrta probably trying to take guns away. Will he be able to do it? He won't. Looks like Team Rush are making their way through long A. The exception of Cheeks. Terrorists win. Team Rush right back. Evening it right out again. This is really slow play, back and forth. I mean, Team Rush need to do what they need to do. So if this is how they do it, this is how they do it. Finally, Cheese upgrades from that shotgun onto an op, and I think they're doing a similar play. They noticed that this worked. Or it's a missing a shot over towards Monster. Xelerando very aggressive. It looks like Team Howl is expecting this B hit. They knew that it worked for Rush before. Now they're expecting it for Rush. Now Spzrta, nice headshot onto John. A really nice flip onto Price as well. Finally gets taken out by Trojan, and Cheese answering back onto Loki. Cheese getting another kill. Ooh, Xelerando with that double kill. Hit the deagle. Really dirty. Xelerando is going to get vac banned. That 365 confirmed. That's crazy. I'm gonna play that back. Hopefully this plays back again. Xelerando with that. And hopefully next time I can get some slow motion on this as well. Dirty. Xelerando is going to get back banned. Insane. That 365 confirmed. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh no, it was right after. No. I wish it got it. Took too long to get that replay, but we're gonna clip that later. We got it live. Loki got cheeks. Tons of damage coming out from Team Howl. They're just annihilating Team Rush with that utility. I'm sorry. Hey bro, it's the first time I've ever done an instant replay. Get out of here. A ton of utility damage coming out from Howl. Spzrta cleaning up these pistols, leaving Cheese in a 1v4. Team Howl gonna take this last round. Cheese gonna take Gorclo's head off though. It's okay. We're gonna catch. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. If that would have happened, I would have grabbed that demo and made that clip. And have taken out Cheese, grabbing an M4, cleaning up that round for Team Howl. Rush probably gonna buy back. Yo, you know, I could be dual casting with myself. Got that schizophrenia cast going. Smokes again. John, only smoke he knows. But if it's useful, it'll be good. Team Rush just seems so disjointed right now. We see Cheese getting taken out by Tav. Loki pushed all the way up. One frag onto Trojan, falls right back, not going to aggress anymore. Sitting in the corner, and it's all falling apart. Don't feel bad. Solo casting's fun. It's like watching John take out Spzrta. There we go. Trying to even it back. Loki's got 12 HP. But Tav has 0 now. Gets the first frag on the John. Gorclo on the flank. Taking out Cheeks and Price. 8-5. Team Howl here. Insert cloaked Kermit meme. Yeah, exactly. Alright. We got Glocks coming out from Team Rush. Playing with a manager. Lose the Glocks. I doubt Team Howl will lose the Glocks, but if they do, that'll be hilarious. Flash is coming out. Cheese just getting dummied by Spzrta. The utility usage coming from Howl has been insane. It's insane. Look at this. Spzrta with 10 enemies flashed. The util damage is nuts. Tav trying to get that damage. Loki on the big flank. Actually have 2 Team Howl players. We have Loki and Spzrta both on huge flanks here. Tav now making his way up connector. Spzrta taking out Price, leaving just Trojan with a Glock, and Loki with a really clean 3K. Spzrta and Loki doing all the work here. Spzrta 121 ADR. 180 utility damage, and Gorclo still on 162. They are shredding Team Rush. Team Rush has a bye in this last round. Cheese back on the op. 4 AKs, tons of utility. Let's see how they use it, because their utility damage is not quite as high as Team Howl's. Loki again. Crazy flank here, tons of aggression. He's done this time and time again. Team Rush not aware of this. Loki just making his way. Gorclo sitting in A site. see the rotates coming over. Spzrta making his way up. So is Xelerando. Holding this long push. Gorclo caught out with the Nada. And John following up on the Spzrta. Xelerando trying to get that collat again. Does not hit it. He quick switches before he actually shoots. John just putting in work. Nice 3K coming out of John. Leaving Loki in a 1v4. Team Rush is all half health. Loki taking out Trojan. Taking out Price, going for these. He went. John got the 4K. Loki did not. 9-6. Team Howl. 6 rounds isn't the worst. We've all had games where it's 9-6. So hopefully Rush can bring it back on CT side. I do appreciate the pause that they had and the little bits of effort that they switched up. But I hope it can continue through that CT side. Spzrta leading the team. Loki right behind him. Xelerando, the guy who was at the top last game, not doing so hot, but it's probably because he hasn't been in those situations all that much. We'll see on T side though. Who knows? Which chat wants you to spec Tav, Nidus? You can do whatever you want. I trust you. I don't really trust Twitch chat at all. No offense on it. But Tav is first out, so that's who I would. Lots of footsteps coming towards the B-bomb site. We also have lots of counter-terrorists on the B-bomb side as well. Price trying to get some damage. Cheeks saying no, Gorclo, Spzrta right after. Entering back a Loki again. Tav does get taken out, and Price getting another kill onto Spzrta. 2 in the site. Cheese making his way through that short smoke. Beaten up by Xelerando. He had no armor. That aim punch is killing him. It looks like they a Superman bot for Price. They got him his armor, and they got him a P250. Picks up a Glock now, leaving Loki in a 1 versus 2. Price is damaged quite a bit. Trojan trying to get those shots from heaven, but Price picks up his 4th. Witch's guns midway through. Really nice B-hole coming out of Price, doing a lot of work. Yeah, right, never twitch. Yeah, don't call it a comeback. That's another caster's curse. Just when I called out Xelerando for not dying, he died like a round later. So we're just gonna take it round by round. SMGs across the board, except for Cheese, who loves that Nova. I just think it's the skin. I just think he uses it because of the skin. I'm just saying. It's a nice skin. I'd use it too, but Loki doesn't need the skin. He just needs his crosshair on Price's head with that deagle. John trying to make his way back up to barrels, just pushing Loki. Have taking out Cheese with the Rec 9. Loki getting another deke on the cheek. John can't answer back, and now he's being collapsed on. Loki a 3rd frag with that deagle, just putting in work, and Gorclo taking Trojan out. Team Howl. Rush. Team Rush. Shots cannot connect out of Rush, and I think they got a little too antsy. They need to, I don't know, do something, because if Team Howl wins this, which they probably will, because to save, they're gonna have a long road ahead of them. Brady, I know you're a Nova lover, but the Nova is good in like one situation, and that's if you're playing connector and the other team doesn't have armor. And if Cheese was in that situation, it would be alright. Loki's alright by taking Trojan's head off, and Cheese actually gets a USP kill back onto Loki. I'm expecting this dig from Price to come out. Team Howl is overrun this A-bomb site, and it is kind of what we expected here. Xelerando just running over them with that Mac 10. 2 frags on his name. He heard the stream. He heard the caster. He's like, I gotta get back up there. Maybe not all the way up, but definitely bringing that ADR up a little higher. Loki and Spzrta is still over 100. Putting a ton of work. Tav right behind them as well. Headshot percentage coming to Loki, 60%. And 18 round game so far. That's really solid, and that's the Loki we expected to see yesterday. Seeing him tonight. Cheese with the aggression. Assist from Trojan, taking out Gorclo. Getting overrun with SMGs, and Tav taking out Cheese. Trojan's running his way back into the A bomb site. Working up through bathrooms. Bomb's actually going to go back down through connector. Maybe? Or are they going to jump over A? Molly's coming out. Loki's pushed all the way up long. And yep, bomb is going back down connector now. They're making their way out through short while Trojan and Cheeks are still in the A bomb site. All we have is Price on B. And now we should see a rotate coming out. Price, Loki takes out Trojan, and Price actually takes out Xelerando. They're wrapping back. Bomb is on B site. Spzrta going for that trade onto Price because he knows he's the only one here. Price taking out Spzrta. Really nicely played, leaving 2 players with combined 50 HP left for him to kill. Loki trying to get those 1 taps from heaven, but Price doesn't give it to him. Expecting them still to go B. They run all the way back A. No reason to fight that. It is a clean skin. I completely agree. Bomb's ticking. Price is going to save this. Sitting back, waiting. Wishing he could clutch this out, but he's too far away to get that defuse. Fruity Febbles, I agree with you. XM overall, absolutely. You just hold down mouse 1 and run at them. That's the pro strat right there. $2,000 shotgun? Nah. We see Price with that M4 and Team Rush with pistols. Price using that M4 quite well, taking out Spzrta, but getting dropped down to 13 and Xelerando cleaning it up. Cheese trying to go for that trade. Does take a little bit of damage on Xelerando, but Tav is right behind him, taking him out. Loki, quick frag onto John as well. Trojan is making his rotate up, and Cheeks is sitting in the corner. Xelerando taking out Cheeks, leaving Trojan in a 1v4 with a P250. Does have a nade, little too far. A really nice shot, headshot on Xelerando. He was being a little aggressive. Trojan punished him for it, but Loki was right behind Xelerando to clean it up. 13-7, Team Howl. XM is forgiving for bad aim. So is Bison. 64 bullets though. You got more bullets than 2 of your opponents together in the case of a rifle. So more bullets. I say it works out. Loki realizes that monster works out when he domes Price. John falling right back. Loki with another clean headshot onto Cheeks. This man a barber? Once again, these COVID haircuts are getting nuts. But it's looking good for Loki. Spzrta hyper aggressive, pushing all the way through graffiti, switches guns. This is not a good look for Team Rush. It's tough. Cheese has to save this op if they want to have any potential chance the next round. He should. Actually, apparently there's a fee. There's a fee. There's going to be an additional fee for barbers, like a 5 or 10%. At least out here, a 5% fee onto your haircuts once they open the barber shops up. I'm assuming due to like health issues. If only they did that for nurses and paid them properly. But I don't know. You know what? For an extra 5% or 10%, if my barber is gonna touch my hair, it's greasy as hell. So you know what? I'll pay them that. Team Howl quickly out towards Fountain. Spzrta's running with that off. First cheese, there we go. Making good work of that Nova. Immediately drops it because he's like, I don't want this anymore. Mollied off of connector. He can't trade up. And we have Team Howl working up long. 4 players pushing onto the A bomb site. Through long, all we have is Cheeks holding the site and Trojan pushing his way up short. He should be there to help his team. He's trying to find info to see if they're towards the bathroom. Cheeks getting taken out by Gorclo, but Trojan does make it work. A 2K, a 3K onto Rush, and Cheese follows it up. Trojan fighting. He doesn't want to lose this yet. Grabs an AK off of that, and probably see a drop for Cheeks here as well. Team Howl can buy right back. Xelerando is 10K, Loki is 6, and they got money in their savings. Saving the Serb check. Cheese with a ton of aggression over towards Fountain. Quick flick onto Loki. Punishing him. Looks like Howl's making their way towards connector though. Goes for Gorclo, going for the peek onto Trojan, taking him down a little bit, running all the way back down. They're trying to bait that out. The nade coming out from Bridge. And John actually frags out Spzrta. Price holding it down as well towards Monster. John repositioning towards Graffiti, leaving Tav and Xelerando in a 2 versus 5. They have a minute left on the round, and they do have bomb in their possession, so they can make their way pretty well anywhere they want. They're just gonna have to fight for it. Xelerando working his way up to Monster, coming in, expecting somebody over on the right side. Price does take out Xelerando, and Tav left with no HP. John with a 2K, Price with a 2K, making a very, very clean round for Team Rush. And those are the rounds they have to get, because look at their money. Even after winning 2 rounds in a row, they barely will have enough for a buy plus some utility. They won't even be able to buy mollies, and they have full utility now, so they need to keep these rounds clean. They need to ensure that they don't lose their weapons, and Cheese is just getting hated. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Getting taken out by Spzrta with a UMP. Cheese had to fall back quicker. They knew he was playing like that. Flash utility coming out. They're just collapsing on a really quick Loki, pushing towards long. Trojan's the only one left behind Dice here. Cheeks is behind Truck, rather. Did not catch him, but now there's the rotate coming on. Trojan taking out Loki. Tav getting the frag on Cheeks. Now we have the rotate coming out. All of the players. Ooh, really nice headshot from Tav. Gorclo taking out Trojan, and Tav with a 3K onto John. Match and map point for Team Howl. The Team Howl running away from A and making their way B. They've done A too many times, and I think Team Rush would have expected that, but they're playing it slow. I like the change in pace. They went hyper aggressive. They came off. Price has done a lot of work in this B bomb site, but he's played more or less similar spots, so I'm assuming Team Howl is going to read this. John in a tough spot, kind of one and done. AC gets swung on. Counting down the clock, we see some flashes. 4 players coming out monster. Price getting one, getting traded immediately by Loki. Cheeks taking out Spzrta, and John going for the frag, but getting taken out by Loki. Again, Loki, 11 HP. Really nice headshot coming out of Loki. Headshot percentage, I called that out earlier. 60%, probably a lot higher. Trojan answering back, finally taking out Loki. 2-on-2 situation here. Cheese missing a shot or going for a spam, pushing his way towards Pit. Gorclo towards Monster, and Tav is holding short. See a shot, miss shot onto Tav. Cheese going for the frag. He takes out Tav, but Gorclo cleans him up. GG's for Team Howl.